SABMiller's annual general meeting has taken place in London, and this of course could be the last AGM as the company is in talks with brewing giant AB InBev, which has launched a takeover. Now, while that takeover wasn't on the official agenda, it did of course dominate the session, with shareholders asking questions, raising their concerns. One of the major concerns is that two of the largest stakeholders in the company, the tobacco firm Altria and also a Colombian family, that they together own about 40%, that they get a deal worth around £50 a share, whereas ordinary smaller shareholders have a deal which is worth around £44 a share. So there's some disquiet about that. Concerns were also raised about potential job losses amongst the 70,000 employees. What would those people do? Would they be encouraged into other avenues? And also there was sadness about the demise of this very historic company. Now, I spoke to many shareholders who said that they were extremely concerned about all these issues, and one agreed to speak to me on camera.
Well, I'm a shareholder and investor. I'm not a trader. And this kind of thing helps the trader, not the investors. Investors have got two things in mind. One is dividend, another is share price appreciation. And now dividend will go, share price also will go, because at one lot shareholders will get money and then that money will vanish. But if you hold the shares in a company, at least you have got something asset in there.
When it comes to it, will you vote to reject this deal?
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But we are not that big shareholders that it will have any effect, but it will be a protest kind of vote.
SABMiller company director Plessis took all these concerns on board. He tried to reassure shareholders. He said there wasn't too much he could say at the moment because the company is currently in the offer stage, but once this takeover moves to the documentary phase, then he and the board of directors would sit down and look at all these concerns of the shareholders about the fairness, about the job losses, other concerns that they had raised. This raises the possibility that the terms of the deal could of course be revisited. But for now, the company is looking for regulatory approval from the Chinese authorities without trying to preempt that decision. SAB officials told me that they were hopeful this deal, this takeover, would be completed by the end of the year. Catherine Drew, SABC News in London.